Hey there, you're listening to The Quint.
The date is 22nd October. We are bang in the middle of state assembly elections in Maharashtra and Haryana, with more states going to vote later this year. And that brings us to our topic today. Are your votes being manipulated? The information the Quint has discovered says they very well could be. And today, we'll tell you how. Hi, you're listening to The Big Story, the podcast where we usually dissect headline-making news, but today we're doing something different. I'm your host, Vishnu Gopinath. Today we look into how VVPATs, which were introduced to ensure that voters know that their votes have been correctly registered in EVMs, can potentially be manipulated to influence elections. I'm joined by Poonam Agarwal, who heads the Quint's investigative team.
Well, there are very good reasons to feel fear when you hear this.
And she's the one who broke this Quint Exclusive story. We'll also hear from IAS officer Kannan Gopinathan, who was an election officer in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections.
Manipulation is possible. At that point of time, voter has no way of knowing what has gone to the control unit.
So, before I hand it over to Poonam, let's give you some quick background about VVPATs and their connection to electronic voting machines. The Voter Verifiable Paper Trail, or VVPAT machine, was included in India's election process by the Supreme Court in 2013. It was implemented to assure voters that their vote has been correctly registered by the electronic voting machine. Because ever since EVMs started being used in elections, there's been a fear about votes being manipulated. So, VVPATs were introduced as a second check, where voters could verify once again which party they cast their vote for. The Supreme Court's order in 2013 said, and I quote, "The paper trail system will supplement the voting procedure. After recording a vote in an EVM, a printout from the VVPAT will confirm for the voter that their vote has been rightly registered." So, this way, if you voted for Party A, you as a voter can verify once again, before your vote is finalized, that your vote in fact did go to Party A and not Party B. But have VVPATs made our election process foolproof? The answer is no. Can the EVM-VVPAT combination be manipulated? That answer, unfortunately, is yes. And here I'm going to ask Poonam Agarwal, the Quint's investigative editor, to take over. She's the one who broke this story.
Want to hear the rest of this podcast? Check out the link to the full episode in the description below and follow The Quint on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, JioSaavn and all other platforms we are on.